Looks like we got all cars on the grid. Cars revving up their engines for the first race of the evening. 4 races to go in the championship and it's lights out and away we go. And Luis Nunez immediately covering the inside line. Carol Stout with a decent run enough off the line. Going to go to the outside on the racing line as the field dives into turn 1. Stout on the outside here. Moving up to second. Everybody else fighting for position, but Jack James losing a position off the line. And Liam O'Sullivan already to the inside of Pim van Gastel. Back up to the battle for second here. Carol Stout defending the inside. Fresh from his US F2000 test, immediately to second place. It looks like Pim van Gastel got back in front of Liam O'Sullivan there, going through turns 3 and 4. As we bring up timing and scoring for you to see as well. And look at the run that Alaric van der Bos gets out of the Ascari chicane. Immediately going to go to the inside. This is a battle for 5th and Alaric decides to back off and wait for the start-finish straight. Now remember, these drivers do have push-to-pass available to them as well. 200 seconds to use however they like in the race. As Alaric van der Bos to the inside he goes. Down the front straight. Gonna go slightly later on the brakes and he pulls off the pass. Pretty neat maneuver there to move into the top 5. And we see Jarno Kausch in the foreground of the shot as well. Making a move for the 3rd spot. Just having a small look though. Liam O'Sullivan to the inside for turn 1. And Kyle Gretsch is not really going to fight this one too hard as Liam clears him for a 7th position in the race. And Alaric van der Bos with a great run coming out of the final corner. Pulls to the inside here. Starting lap number 3 this was. And there it is. Position gained for van der Bos. Here he goes. Stout to the inside of Luis Nunez. Battle for the lead into the final corner. The Parabolica. And look at the run Stout gets coming off the corner. He's going to go neck and neck with Luis Nunez. And this might become a 3-wide battle for the lead as well. With Jack James tucked right in the draft of your leader Luis Nunez. And look at this. There's just nowhere to go for Jack James as Luis Nunez defends the inside. Stout maintains the outside. And everybody maintains position at least for now. Top 4 under a blanket. Quite literally, as multiple people kicking up some gravel. As Liam O'Sullivan makes a move past Alaric van der Bos in the background as well for P6. To the inside, and Gretsch did not defend that whatsoever. Down the front straight as we cross the line for 4 laps to go. James holding the middle of the line of the racetrack. So Stout is not able to do anything but brake late. And Stout regains that position. But clearly a big pace advantage for Jack James at the moment. As the gap now 2.3 seconds to Luis Nunez. And look at Jack James. We're going to see a Fernando Alonso here in the grass. From 2012 almost, but not quite. As Jack James moves himself up to second. With a neat little pass into the second chicane. Kicks up some gravel for good measure too. As the sun is starting to get a bit low here. Hopefully we don't get into trouble for race number 2 later on. But Stout with a massive run down the front straight. To the inside he goes. Almost in the grass. And he's going to go for it. Late on the brakes. Sends it in there. And there we go. That's P2 run once again for Carol Stout. James made it difficult for him. But Stout with the big balls to the inside. And he takes that second position away from Jack James. Luis Nunez in the meantime on the final lap of the race. Here we go for round number 3. Stout weaving to break the toe. But James not close enough for a move into Ascari. Maybe for the Parabolica he might be close enough. And that's a really good run there. And Stout knows that he has to break the toe. I don't think James is going to have quite enough for this straight though. Unless he absolutely lunges it in. But Carol Stout knows it. Defends the inside. But in the meantime, Luis Nunez goes to victory lane here at Monza for race number 1. Dominates once more. Like we know he is very much capable of. Stout loses out to Jack James out of the final corner. We just missed that. We'll bring up a replay in just a second. But Kausch finishes 4th and Silvassi brings it across the line in 5th. Yeah, Stout really slow out of the final corner. And James just using the push to pass. Oh, did Stout run out of fuel or something? Bit of contact across the line, but Jack James finishes 2nd. So it's Luis Nunez who goes to victory lane, 5.5 seconds clear of Jack James. Carol Stout completes the podium. Then it's Kausch and Silvassi rounding off the top 5. O'Sullivan drives back up to 6th. Then we have Van der Bos, Gretsch, Matsubunga and Van Gastel completing the top 10. And Rogenbach and Cottam the two final drivers completing the top 12. Cottam had that off in the second chicane,